Welcome back.
Tell me, what is Klaus's curse?
Please. You know, my family was quite close. But Klaus and my father did not get on too well. When we became vampires, we discovered the truth. Klaus was not my father's son. My mother had been unfaithful many years before. This was her darkest secret. Klaus was from a different bloodline. Of course, when my father discovered this, he hunted down and he killed my mother's lover and his entire family. Not realizing, of course, that he was igniting a war between species that rages until this day.
A war between the species?
The vampires. And the werewolves.
So Klaus's real father was from a werewolf bloodline? What does that make Klaus? A werewolf? Or a vampire?
He's both. A hybrid would be deadlier than any werewolf or vampire. Nature would not stand for such an imbalance of power. Therefore, the witches, servants of nature, saw to it that my brother's werewolf side would become dormant.
That's the curse that Klaus wants to break.
He wants to trigger that part of him that's a werewolf. If allowed, Klaus would sire his own bloodline. He'd build his own race, endangering not just vampires, but everyone.
But you helped him.
I helped him because I loved him. That's changed now. He must die.
We have the dagger now. We can stop him.
When a werewolf is wounded by silver, it heals. An original can't be killed by anything but white oak ash on a silver dagger. So you see the conundrum. The dagger does not work.
What are you saying, that Klaus can't be killed?
There's one way to kill any supernatural species. At the hands of the servants of nature themselves.
A witch. If they can channel that much power. But I would kill them.
The curse must be broken during the full moon. When Klaus is in transition, that's when he'll be at his most vulnerable. A witch with enough power can kill Klaus.
What if I told you that I knew a witch that could channel that much power?
Then I would tell you there's one more thing that you should know.
Full moon is tomorrow, brother. After all these centuries, it is finally time.
I have been to see the witches. They believe they may have found a way to spare the doppelganger.
What does it matter if she lives or not? She is a means to an end, that is all.
But she should die for your gain?
She is human. Her life means nothing.
I beg you to consider this.
Are you so foolish as to care for her?
Of course not.
Love is a vampire's greatest weakness, and we are not weak, Elijah. We do not feel, and we do not care.
We did once.
Too many lifetimes ago to matter. Tell the witches not to bother. The sacrifice will happen as planned.
You found a way to save the life of the doppelganger.
Yes, Elena. I did. Unfortunately, Katerina took matters into her own hands first. I believe you already know how that played out.
You cared about her, didn't you?
It's a common mistake, I'm told. It's one I won't make again.